Hey everyone, welcome to your practice. I'm Molly, and today we're going to do a 20-minute session, some mindful awakening movement from the ground up, hopefully kind of gently awakening your energy for the day. We'll end with some skull shining breath, but in a more mellow way, or just not as intense. Grab some props if you need. I'm gonna have a bolster for our breath work just to make me more comfortable bringing the hips higher than the knees. So set that aside for the end of class and take a moment to set up your space. This is where I love something that smells good, or you can put on some music, anything to separate the rest of what's going on from just 20 minutes of your time, your space, your practice. And yeah, we're gonna get started laying on our backs today. Bend your knees, plant your feet on the ground so your knees are pointing up. Let your arms drape down by your sides and close your eyes just for 2 or 3 breaths to land. Filling the body up and then emptying again. Noticing right away any sensations in the body, or noticing how the breath circulates through your body. Sense your energy. And know that this practice will be a combination of feeling really grounded and embodied, and also invite a little bit of increased energy and expansion, and you can always oscillate between the two. Good. Push down through your feet. Drive your hips up to the sky by engaging your glutes and hamstrings. You could reach your arms overhead as well into your bridge pose. Take a breath into the rib cage. Exhale, lower your pelvis down. Hug your knees into your chest and wrap your hands around the fronts of your shins. Good. Moving through these 2 movements. Push up into your bridge pose. Arms reach up and overhead. Inhale here, and exhale, lower your hips down, hug your knees into your chest. You could lift your head up as well. Let's do 3 more times. Move at your own pace. Feeling a little bit of engagement. And then a little bit of gentle, mellow, kind of meeting yourself, giving yourself a hug, feeling yourself take up space on the mat through your low back widening. And 1 more. Good. All right. Drop your knees to the right. Keep them stacked, left on top of right. You could inch over to the left side of the mat if you need a little bit more space. And extend your right arm long. As you inhale, slide your left fingertips along the right forearm, bicep, across the chest and collarbone, and then all the way out to the left side. Breathe into this supine twist. Let it feel good through the upper spine, the back. And as you exhale, hug your knees into the center. Drop them over to the left. So now we're in our twist the other way. Bring your right arm to follow so it lands on top of left palm. As you inhale, slide your right hand along your left arm, across the chest and out to the side. This is our inhale. Expand long through your wingspan. Exhale, engage your core slightly, so knees hug to center and drop them to the right. Left arm follows and plants on top of right palm. Inhale to twist open. To the left, exhale, knees hug in through center and switch sides to the left. Right arm follows. Inhale to twist open. Exhale, knees through center and drop to the other side. Let's do 1 more on each side. Take your time. Find anywhere you want to linger if you'd like. Finish up. Eventually plant both feet on the mat. Push through your elbows and come to a bear sit. So feet are wide, knees are wide, belly kind of plants between the thighs, And then take a little bit of a fold here. So wrap your arms around the fronts of your shins, let your head hang heavy. Close your eyes and rock from side to side. Letting the neck become involved. Rolling one ear to one shoulder, just in time, in conjunction with the rocking of your hips. Take your time as you rise up. So moving from the ground up, raising a little bit of our expectations of our body and our energy. Plant your hands behind you. Lift your hips slightly and then rock forward onto the balls of the feet. So this is a good bottom of the feet stretch in your reverse tabletop and a good shoulder opener. Just a couple more here. And flip over into tabletop. Stack your shoulders just behind your wrists and your hips over your knees. Take as wide of a stance as feels good in your body, and a couple rounds of cat-cow. Drop your belly as you inhale and lift your heart through your shoulders. Lift your tailbone up. Exhale, push the ground way around through the back body curl, tailbone, pubic bone, and nose towards each other. Inhale, expand, open into your cow. Exhale, round, push, compress, and curl in. And close your eyes, let this movement feel good. Make it your own. Go slow, go fast. You can also always explore. We'll do a little bit of ribcage stuff next, but if anything is calling for you right now, go for it. Articulating through the spine. Feeling a little bit of the muscles on the side of the spine working, and then the front of the core working. Good. Return to neutral, and then lift your tailbone or your sit bones a little bit, so you're rooting back through the hips, finding that natural curve in your low back. And then from here, sit your hips back towards your heels, halfway, and then roll your ribcage forward towards your right wrist. And then shift back through center, hips towards heels. And then forward, so left ribcage glides towards the left wrist. And all the while we're picturing that nice curve in our low back and a little rounding through the back of the heart. And we're opening through the hips and the ribcage, the side bodies, swinging from side to side, gliding, spreading through the lungs. Let's go one more on each side. Return to your tabletop as you're ready. No rush to get there. And then when you do, lift your feet up, roll out your ankles a couple times in one direction, and then switch it out. And then maybe a little windshield wiper of your toes over towards the right, and then the left. Feeling how this also can kind of open the side body and feel good for the low back and hips. Toes right, toes left, back and forth, maybe increasing the speed. Good. All right, return eventually to your midline. Kickstand your right foot out to the side. Extend your left leg long and your toes are pointing towards the long edge of the mat. Modified side plank, push down through your right hand, stretch your left fingertips high as you drive your hips forward by engaging your glutes. Take a breath here. Breathe in, and then on an exhale, left obliques are working to lift you up, shoulders over hips. Slide your left hand down your left leg and reach your right arm up and overhead. Gate pose. 3 times between these two movements. Inhale, plant your right hand, extend left fingertips this time to the top of the mat. Stretch long through the left side body. Exhale, engage your core. Lift up. Inhale, gate pose. Opening your gills on the right side. Exhale, transition. Right hand plants. Inhale, extend through your left fingertips. Curl your heart up to the sky. And last time, exhale to transition to your gate pose and breathe in here. Perfect. Both hands plant, both knees plant. We'll just switch it out. Left foot kickstands out to the side. Right leg extends long, hips pressing towards the right long edge of the mat. Reach your fingertips up. And then on an exhale, right obliques lift you up, shoulders over hips. And then slide your right hand down your right leg into your gate pose, left arm up and over. Breathe in here. Corkscrew your heart open. Exhale, transition, left hand plants. Breathe in, right fingertips move long to the top of the mat as right pinky toe grounds down. Exhale to lift. Inhale, gate pose. Inflating left lung with breath. Exhale, plant. Modified side plank. And one more time through the cycle. Good. Return to your starting point and then lower down onto your belly. Let's take a Sphinx pose. So prop up onto your elbows and forearms. Feel your hip bones maybe pressing into the mat or soft tissue, any type of contact with the ground underneath you. And then let's drop your right shoulder down to the center of the mat. Twist open to the left. Your gaze can look out over your left shoulder. Roll right shoulder back, heart presses towards center. Exhale, twist to the right, left shoulder drops down, gaze twists to the right. Move with your breath, inhale. Heart tugs forward and through, slight engagement of the back body and glutes, pushing down through the tops of the feet. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, roll through center. Exhale, twist to the right. One more on each side, move with your breath. Close your eyes, feel into sensation. Feel what you need to do right now. Don't just listen to my cues, listen to the cues of your body. Good, on your last one, lower your forehead down. You can rest it on the backs of your palms or onto the mat. Bend your knees and then take a windshield wiper here, dropping your feet right and left. Releasing into the low back. Being patient with yourself and feeling that oscillation between staying grounded and rooted alongside any more activating postures or breath work. Slowly start to make your windshield wipers smaller and smaller. And then press your tops of your feet into the mat. Slide your hands underneath your shoulders. Push down and lift up into upward facing dog. So this time, thighs and pelvis are lifting from the mat. Back body is engaged as you thread your heart through your shoulders. Maybe you lift your chin up. We're here for 5 breaths. Feel strong and stable and safe in your body. You can always lower your thighs if this doesn't work for you. For 2. Last inhale. Exhale, release your knees to the mat. Sit your hips to your heels. And land in Virasana, kneeling posture. Just a breath or 2, hands on thighs, eyes closed. Breathing in and out through your nose. Feeling your pelvis grounding down and the crown of the head lifting up. Open your eyes, lean forward and plant your fingertips in front of you. Tuck your toes underneath you and lift up into toe stand. So plucking your knees off the mat, balancing on the balls of your feet. Kneecaps are pointing forward. And you can always use something for balance here if you'd like. Point your elbows out to the side and bring your hands to the back of your skull. Inhale here to really expand outwards and upwards through the heart. Good. Exhale, drop your knees forward. Press your hips up. Inhale, this time elbows point up to the sky. Keep that natural curve in your spine and feel fullness through the back of the heart. Breathe in. Exhale, lower back down. If you can maintain your balance, lift up into toe stand. Breathe in to expand out to the side with your elbows, up with your heart. Exhale, soften your knees to the mat. Drive your hips forward, keeping hips rooting back a little bit. And inhale, elbows point forward and up like you're scooping your rib cage and heart up to the sky. Exhale to lower back down. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, toe stand, open wide. Exhale to drop. Inhale, elbows forward and up. Drive your hips forward. Exhale, lower back down. Last one. Let yourself lose your balance. It's fine. Play around, just exploring your body. Good. Finish up. Untug your toes. Hips to heels, and then reach your hands back behind you for support. Supported heroes pose. From here, rock your weight from palm to palm. Shoulders rolling, maybe ear to shoulder. Soft, fluid movement through the spine and the rib cage. Couple more breaths here. Kind of our cool down, so feeling into any additional postures that you'd like, any wiggles or shapes. And then this is a good place for your prop, either a block, pillow, bolster. Sit up onto something comfortable. And let's take Sukhasana, unless this doesn't feel right. Any other option works great too. And land in your easy seat. Wiggle around, sway from side to side. We're about to get comfortable just for a little bit with some breath work. So take the next 3 to 5 breaths to move in your body. And then eventually land. We're going to take Kapalabhati, skull shining breath. This is a forced exhalation and a passive inhalation. So we're going to exhale fairly forcefully out through our nose. You should kind of hear a puffing sound. And then the inhale rebounds naturally, so you don't have to draw or suck air in. And each breath will last about 1 second. And we'll do 3 rounds of 20. So get comfortable, hips higher than knees, so you can really feel like you're expanding through the rib cage, letting your diaphragm move up and down. Plant your hands on your body and close your eyes down. This breath work is really great for increasing energy, stimulating the parasympathetic or the sympathetic nervous system. So if you have something to do after this, you might feel a nice little energy boost. If anything feels too intense, put it aside or slow down the pace of your breath or do fewer repetitions. Take a big breath in through your nose. Exhale, let it go. Inhale about halfway. Exhale out through your nose. Normal breath in. Normal breath out. Inhale halfway. 20 breaths. Inhale to the top. Exhale to the bottom. Halfway, sip in. Last round of 20. Inhale to the top. Option to stay for about 20 seconds in your attention, holding the breath here, maintaining, sustaining that prana, that hold. And then let the air out of your nose. You can blink your eyes open and slide your hands along your thighs, taking in the space around you, feeling your energy. And let's take a final breath together, hands to heart center or third eye. Inhale. Exhale, fold, bow. Namaste. Gratitude for your body, for your practice, for 20 minutes of shifting energy and feeling good in your skin and your bones and your muscles. I hope you feel great. Thanks for being here, and I will see you next time.